Yeah. What are people up to this weekend?
I have no idea yet.
I don't know. I'm trying to find a game for this weekend.
Yeah.
Not playing with any more Americans. That's why.
The
must admit-
Browns are in the playoffs.
Shame that the DayZ server isn't up yet.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
that would have been such a good game.
That's gonna take a few weeks. Don't get your hopes.
Weeks?
It's that last time it took me, Tom and I took us 3 months to actually get it balanced out. But
God.
What are we paying you for?
It's you're getting paid.
What needs to change since last time?
No, so we had a mod with a lot of weapons. All those mods and weapons are gone. Doesn't work anymore. And the last time when a bunch of volunteers did the spawn tables, we had like everything in 3 days, and it took all the challenge out of it. So we are balancing it. There's being worked on very hard. Naughty Auspice is working on extremely diligently, but it will take a little bit because we need to test it. Tom and I and Naughty will completely test it, make sure the spawn tables are fun. So we are not fully kitted out within 2 days and get bored after a week. So that's the whole point. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Naughty was about to have an aneurysm trying to find Chinaris Plus.
yeah. I need to look into it. So it's all set up. Servers being tested. It's all going, but it's DayZ. It's not a Rust server that I can set up in a day.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the efforts. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there anything else you guys recommend doing or whatever during this weekend?
Yeah.
Are we doing ready or not?
No, it's archery tomorrow morning, and that's better than this shit.
One thing I've noticed the second we started talking about DayZ, I've seen Sheep constantly in DayZ.
Yeah.
So I think he's just honing his skills, making sure he's ready for whatever we're going to throw there.
What's important to understand is that ZF at the core is a DayZ clan, so the moment either DayZ or a similar game gets mentioned, we start cruising and circling.
Yeah.
Our tastes differ vastly in other directions, but DayZ,
Yeah, it's jank, but supposedly it's very good once you get the player encounters. But the setup of a server and the spawn tables are such a ball ache. So that's working on that. Should hopefully be a few weeks, but yeah, it's not going to be months. Hopefully ASAP.
You know what? I'm going to try a fucking random DayZ server in the meanwhile, just to get back into it.
Try. Get a practice in. Yeah.
No promises.
But one thing we are doing is clothing does not get any damage. Vests, etc. still do, so no wasting duct tape on clothing and that kind of stuff. So,
cool.
Yeah, because that's just a ball like this.
So it's going to be Neko ears, right?
We have
Easy
those.
mode.
I don't think they're going to be in the spawn table. I might take them out.
What about the Wii bus?
The Weep, I checked it out. Might do, but it's a bit of DMCA danger. We might do it, yeah.
You just got to change the song.
I'm still disappointed we never got to use the flying one. We had a flying one. That's
Flying.
Yeah.
What? In DayZ?
There was a flying Wii bus that did the whole caramel dancing thing with the whole disco lights. We never got to use it for an event. It broke down after an update. Yeah.
I want it so much now.
It was so fun. It was absolutely ridiculous.
The weep inside of me needs it.
We're just going to have to deal with a guy playing it through a megaphone.
Yeah.
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 The discount one.
That was at the what was it? The Hero Trader. We thought the Wii bus was coming over the hill, and then just some guy with a megaphone was just walking over the hill with the caramel dancing song. It was funny as heck. Yeah. DayZ is a good time. And apparently they did something to the physics engine, so hopefully cars don't crash when you hit a pebble. So
that made it fun.
No. Yeah.
Mag, you have Naughty in the car, so it's always going to crash.
Yeah, but we're not going to launch to the moon this time, hopefully. So we'll see.
You didn't launch to the moon, you launched to the center of the Earth.
We got 3 or 4 people actively working on the server, so soon, TM.
And sadly, we can't get bicycles working.
And what do I tell my audience?
What do you mean?
We can...
DayZ server coming soon.
It will be open. To people that are not abusive and don't have a bad track record. If you have any VAC bans or previous bans you're not in, simply no. Other than that, it will be sort of open. But if you stream snipe, we see it, and you are banned for life from any ZF event.
There will be people monitoring.
Oh yeah, we can see it. We have lots of tools to see it. So
we hired full-time employees for that.
Chat is welcome to come play, but there will be cheating will be seen. There's admins watching it, and we got lots of tools for that. So,
but at the same time, I plan a cannibal playthrough next time the Musty Gusset comes up. So don't scare away my food.
Why?
You hear that, Womble? Like we're not going to immediately tease you and steal your underwear.
That is true. That is a possibility.
No, you're going to be hermit again. You're going to hunker down in some apartment and then just go, these are my beans.
Well, I might not be able to because I got to eat people. if I
Oh, you
wanna-
gotta eat people. Yeah.
So
If you're
I've gotta-
tasty, run.
Airfield.
If you are going to hunker down in some apartment again, I'm gonna spawn a big statue of you ranting in front of that apartment. That's
Hunkered down. I had a lovely base.
yeah.
Can you make the designators the model of that statue?
We
then,
could.
Then
yeah.
I wandered outside one day, and there was this massive, gigantic wall outside of my base because apparently the city that I decided to set up in had become battle royale for the weekend.
Oh yeah, that was the Tom event. That was actually pretty fun. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
he-
what?
Wall. That was great.
yeah, he made a huge wall. It didn't scale, but it was pretty fun. It was
Yeah.
laggy as fuck, but yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'm
man, I
hyped
could
now.
kill Waffle.
Yeah, it's we swore never to do DayZ again, and everybody's now. So Tom was like, "I'm not fucking doing it." I was like, "I don't want to do it," and Naughty now committed to it, and now we're still doing
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's fun.
And then Tom's just like, you need someone who knows it to do the loot table. Let me do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well,
Tom,
Yeah.
didn't you say you didn't want to do
yeah.
this?
Well, in the end, Tom is I'll be fine to do it, but I'm not going to do it alone. So we got 3 or 4 people
he
working on
needs-
it.
He needs
Completely.
moral support.
Well, no actual help support. That XML file is horrible.
Hmm.
So it's lots of work in the background, lots of stuff. It's a horrible server to set up, but lots of fun to play.
Anyway,
So
thank you very
soon,
much.
PM. Yeah. Have a good evening.
Yeah, have a good one and see you soon.
Bye.
Right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hi, chat. I hope you're okay. I'm just going to sip this coffee for my words even. Sip this cider for a few minutes and answer any questions before I depart. A few things first, though. Thank you, Mindrake. Thank you very much, Mindrake. A few things first, though. Please let me link the following. Hang on. So, that link that I've just given you is essentially a status report on the latest bullshittery, which I've been working on since, well, all of December, essentially. The bullshittery is Divinity Part 4, and it is almost done. I'm struggling to get it out of the door. I need to quality assure 25 minutes of it. Note the second tab, all of the bugs that I've discovered between minute 1 and minute 9 of 25. So there's still more that I haven't legitimately checked. So, as you can probably tell, quite a few big fuck-ups. I'm going down the... Oh, sorry, I'm going to burp. Ooh. I'm going down the list as best I can, but, yes, a bit of a ball ache, as you can no doubt tell. In addition, what else is going... Yeah, so as you no doubt just heard us mention there, we're looking to get our DayZ server, the Musty Gusset, operational again. Hang on.
When you visit...
No, it's an advert, ignore that. So we're trying to get our DayZ server operational again. If you've played DayZ with us before, I'm sure you'll be welcome. We're just going to kind of stuff it and make it more the merrier, really, and try and get a full server population so that we can play. It will normally go up for like 3 or 4 weeks and then we'll get bored. So, yeah. How is everyone? Thank you, Kitty Kerry. Thank you very much, Kitty. Yeah, this week has been fine, really. I've just sort of cracked on with the routine. I just need to get this bullshittery out of the door. Derek says, ready or not tomorrow? I don't know. Depends what I'll be in the mood for. Whoopsie. Truth be told, I do have lots of editing to do. I'm probably just going to focus on that this weekend. Yes. Thank you, Rice Farmer Ho. Chris is good but slightly drunk. Enjoy your weekend, Chris. Bebopper is finally done with work. Good to hear it. Am I a goose? Yes, indeed I am. Yes. RimWorld next week. Not sure. I need to get back in the mood for RimWorld, Big Mike. In my defense, I did play it for like a month straight. I kind of got tired of it. Yeah. Well, Soup, I used to be... you say that. I used to be a QAC, like a quality assurance coordinator. So I would have teams of testers and that lot. Trying to keep people motivated in QA is a mission. Well, it's not strictly true. I was briefly a coordinator, but then I specialized into just a regular old tester, as in a... fuck, what was the name of the qualification that I got? God, it's been too long. I can't even remember. Fuck, it legit has slipped my brain. Like a bunch of exams that you do to do with QAC shit. Fuck, was it? I'm one sider down, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm legit checking it. What was it? ISTQB. Thank you very much. That's the name of it. I remember this. Although I realise now it's been yeah. So I finished up with software testing back at the start of 2016. So fucking hell, time flies rapidly. Not touched it since. So Anyway, yeah. Does anyone have any questions or anything? I'm just gonna chill and just sit the side of it for a bit. Am I dieting? I'm trying to, Catfire. I had a bit of a, well, I don't want to say a scare, but something was up with my chest, so I started switching over to a lot less caffeine, a lot less sugar and alcohol, but also lots of whole wheat stuff. Apparently high cholesterol runs in my family, so I need to be a bit careful. Would I prefer Prison Architect? A little bit, George, but it's not as good as RimWorld in my opinion. Bungalow. No news, Cornell. No news. Everything's ridiculously slow on that front. Long story, for those who don't know what's going on there, is that I'm looking to get a small place for me and the dog, a little bungalow, but things are not going quickly, I'm afraid. In fact, things are going crazy slow. The moment solicitors got involved, everything takes weeks. You alright, honey bunny? Hang on. What you doing? Staring off into the distance. Will there be any Arma 3 streams anytime soon? I don't know, Tazan. So Arma 3 is typically organised by other people, and I just partake, really. So the last bit of Arma 3 we did were these big ops that Digby organises. I'm sure he'll plan one at some point and put up a roster. Before that, we did lots of Vietnam, so Prairie Fire, but we did play it to death, to be honest. We played it for a couple of 100 hours, and it got a bit, ugh. I think the first 100 hours got bored, yeah. We got bored of it within, or at least I did, within the first 100 hours, so the second playthrough was a bit of a chore. It was fun, but you know. We tended to fly to an area, set up an FOB, and just stare at the AI for like an hour. Hello. What you doing? Are you being cute? Yeah, she just wants some cuddles. Yeah, what else is going on? Yeah, it's quite chilly here in the UK. Just kind of trying to wrap up and stay warm. The routine continues with editing during the day. Certainly need to do more cooking. The ants, how are the ants? Not really much is going on with them, I'm afraid. There was a concerning thing to do with the ants. The microscope camera that I've got, hang on. Sorry, just changing the title because it's not Left 4 Dead anymore. There we go. So, the microscope camera that I got, I switched it on briefly. Its stand is a bit rubbish. Instead, I held it and I sort of scanned the ant farms that are next to me. For those who are not familiar, I have 2 queen ants in 2 ant farms next to me. Now, in July, there was a mass casualty event, so July last year, where it seems that they were fed some poisonous food. The ant colonies went from about 60 workers apiece to about 3, and they are not recovering. They've got about 5 or 6 ants each, which really is nothing. But concerningly, I can't find a pile of eggs, and I don't know why. What normally happens is that the queen stands over a pile of eggs, and they grow slowly, and they hatch into larvae, and then the larvae pupate into workers. They don't have one. Again, I don't know why. I'm hoping that whatever poison they ingested hasn't fucked them up permanently. It is possible that perhaps their bodies are doing a winter thing. Maybe they just don't have a cluster of eggs over the winter. Maybe they're preserving their resources. Temperature issue. It could be that, Seblaw. This flat does get very, very cold. And I can't keep the heating on overnight. It's expensive. So, it's just, yeah, this flat gets so freezing. Not freezing, but you know. Maybe that's it. Maybe they just think it's winter and they're wintering. We'll see. I'll keep watching them. You don't have the heating on. Well, I do, Grumpy, but only when I'm awake and moving around. No sense having the heating on at night. That's what the duvet's for. I was experimenting trying to get the heating on early in the morning, but I couldn't figure out how the timer works on the thing. I thought I nailed it. I even googled the instructions manual, but it still wouldn't come on in the morning. Maybe a heat pad. Indeed, I do have a heat pad, Fimshi. Both ant farms sit on a heat pad. I'm a little reluctant to leave it switched on overnight, though. for risk of fire. It doesn't seem like a very sensible thing to do. What's with the English and refusing to have the heating on? It's expensive. I don't know what to tell you. It's expensive. The gas bills rapidly climb, and I don't think there's anything cheap right now in the UK. You know? How about City Skylines? I don't think that's my type of game, Alon. Ah, dear. Ratneck says, if UK universities are anything like US ones, try contacting an etymologist and ask them. Yeah, I'm sure there's like a website or something you can fill in a form. Well, we'll just wait and see. We'll wait and see what they're doing. If these two queens are a dud, then I could just release them. Might be more merciful to just kill them, you know. But we'll see. Any news of Sai? No. I hope he's well, though. I know that he had a good Christmas. Sai these days, he handles, so he runs his own his own software development studio. So he's living his dream, and I hope he's very happy. Yeah. Sai pops in from time to time. You'll see him in the chat. Either him or his hot girlfriend Maya. So, Gorty. You'll probably see her under the name Gorty. But yes. What encourages to spend such time on the video? Fun, Cockham. I enjoy it. I enjoy editing. I find it fun. I do it to relax. I did it to relax long before I went full time. I was stuck bored on a train and started editing the videos, and yeah. And frankly, personally, at least I find, when you're finished and it's up on YouTube and people are enjoying it, there's this wonderful sense of, I made that, you know? I finish Untitled Goose Game and it's like, I made that. Thank you, Kasai Gami and BT McLean. Thank you very much. Yeah, basically, Cockgum. Sorry, I tried to put on some background music, but I picked one that was like 3 minutes long. Fucking hell. Hang on a minute. Stupid adverts. There we go. Right. When will you get another full-length video essay? Thank you for saying so, Dreadnought. I don't know, I'm afraid. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have anything that's greatly on my mind. I do have like some small video ideas that I could play with, but nothing that I really have the time to commit to with a bullshittery video on the work table, as it were. When this is done, maybe I'll do a quick something in the meantime. Also, I feel I pushed my luck with the last video essay. It took too long, and therefore I'm trying to win back some trust in my crowdfunding audience by providing bullshitteries. No, Monkey Nate, it's full-time YouTuber. That might sound unusual considering the rate of uploading, but each individual YouTube project does take at least 4 to 5 weeks. That's if it's 10 minutes. If it's 25 minutes like this one is, then much longer. Yeah, possibly, Reaper. That would be another idea. But again, that one would probably be another very big video essay. I have no advice for you, Percivo. I too am just winging it. Oh really? But yeah. Thank you for saying so, Valkyrex. Yeah, I'm glad people like that one. People like the forest one. Right. Well, it's not really that, Grumpy. It's more that so I enjoy... Sorry, for those who haven't heard me waffle about this, I really enjoy the Battlefield series, but not Battlefield specifically. I like the style of game, and I don't even know if it has a specific name, so I'm going to coin it. The ticket shooter. So you know how you have a big map, 2 very large sides, or 3, conquest points that don't move, so they're fixed to the ground, and normally tickets that will deplete when one person dies. So I'm talking the Battlefield series, I'm talking Rising Storm, PlanetSide, arguably, doesn't have the tickets, but similar framework. That new one, the Italian one, BattleBits, yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That style of game. Squad, yep, Squad. Sorry, what else? There's been loads of them now. They're super well represented. Fuck, what's the other one? Postscriptum as another example. But I really enjoy that style of game, and I was going to do a sort of deep dive and talk about why I enjoy it, why its mechanics are particularly fun. And sort of go in and out and explain the intricacies. One of the ways that I think it's really fun, just to waffle about something, is that the maps are what I call patchwork maps, in the sense that you've actually got, when you've got conquest points, you've actually got 5 or 6 smaller maps that have been stitched together. Sometimes they're stitched together really closely, and attacking A and then B is really fast. Sometimes there's big wide gaps between them. But the trick behind a good battlefield map or a good ticket shooter map is variety. By having each individual conquest point drastically different from all the others, it never feels like you're playing the same game for 30 minutes or whatever. You're bouncing back and forth between different areas that provide different challenges. Sometimes the challenges will be extreme. For example, in the map called Sharkey Peninsula in Battlefield, there was one conquest point surrounded by an impenetrable wire fence that no vehicle could get through. So this meant that infantry had free reign inside that one conquest point. Does that make sense? Like, it's a smaller part of the map design that most people won't really see, but it makes, all of a sudden it becomes, oh my god, okay, we can't attack that with vehicles. We have to go in and get personal in close quarters. Hi, darling. Yeah, she does want cuddles, doesn't she? Oh, look at her. Sorry, she's so starved for attention. Dearie me. Yes, this is Lulu. She's happy. She wants attention and treats, which I'll give her in a minute. Anyway, for something like that, just me waffling about Battlefield or the ticket shooter, I should think about writing a script. What's the greatest piece of advice I've ever received? The rule of 7. I've repeated this like 10 times now, so I'm sure some people are rolling their eyes. The greatest piece of advice I was ever given was the rule of 7. The rule of 7 goes like this. You've had a bad day, you've encountered a problem, there's something wrong. You ask yourself a question. Will this matter in 7 seconds? The answer is probably yes. But will this matter in 7 minutes? Will this matter in 7 hours? Will this matter in 7 days? Will this matter in 7 weeks? Will this matter in 7 months? Will this matter in 7 years? You realise very quickly that very rarely do you encounter any problem that makes it past 2 or 3. Turning down the music a bit. Thank you, cute teddy bear. Thank you very much, cute teddy bear. She's got a tickle spot there. She likes it. Ah, dearie me. Any plans on playing Son of the Forest? Yes, indeed, Derek. I'm just waiting till it gets a bit more mature. I did want to play it immediately, but then people were telling me that it wasn't quite ready, and I didn't want to be the arsehole YouTuber that immediately jumps onto something and clobbers it when it's not ready. I'm going to give it some breathing room, let their final vision come through, and then have a look at it. Do I have plans on taking it anywhere? Elite? No, not really. No. This is going to be throwing red meat to the lions, but I'm a little bit worried about showing the face too much, Elite Lion. I'm a little bit worried about sending the message that... So you know when you watch a YouTuber, and more you find that the earlier content is really tightly edited and well done, but as time progresses, the YouTuber in question starts putting more and more of their face in the content. like a talking head. Sometimes that's fine. Sometimes a talking head is appropriate. But there's always that slight whiff of, have they fallen in love with themselves? Which is something I'm keen to try and avoid. I don't want to put the tinge of narcissism in there if I suddenly have my face all over the content where it was never there before. Thank you, Robotic Llama. Thank you, Tagira. Thank you very much, Tagira. Indeed, and as Ratneck says, yes, the true instrument is one's voice, not fucking, you know, not getting your... Well, okay, I'm generalizing greatly. If your face helps the content, then hooray. But if it doesn't, then probably best to show something else. So, yeah. Sorry, for those just joining the stream, I'm just winding down, sipping this cider, which was about half full. It's now down to about 1/4. Yeah, where you go? She's off. Before I bog off and probably get on with a bit more work before bed. Hi there, Ninja Pro. Ah, dear. There's been quite a few YouTubers who announced that they're stopping recently. Any of them you've enjoyed watching? Well, I suppose you're talking about Tom Scott, aren't you? Yeah, his videos have been quite fun. The first one of those I watched of his was a few years ago with the Strid, that river. I was like, oh wait, this guy does more. Cool. It is understandable though. It is the burnout, and I don't want to lie to you. I am also feeling the burnout. I have been doing this for quite some time, so you know, I'll do the best I can. But it's very stressful. Sorry, I don't want to whinge, but yeah, the editing can be quite stressful, especially if you're flying solo, you know. And I am 37 now, and yeah, I don't quite have the stamina that I had when I was editing. Sounds stupid because it hasn't been that long, has it? But, you know, I find that my eyes are hurting when I'm just staring at the screen. I'm like, oof. Do I need glasses? Fuck. Like, I legit had a nap this afternoon. I had a 1.5 hour nap. I was like, I'm so tired. I'm just going to fucking flop into the bed and sleep. But yeah. YouTube has been leaning into the whole publish a video every day crap, and it's not healthy. Oh god, no. Well, to be fair, Devil, YouTube leans into whatever. They chase every trend they can. Alright. I know, Buddha. I know. What the fuck? Do you like unsolicited advice about building insulation at some point? Well, Tacticus, I need some proper professional advice soon. Well, I've already got some. Basically, we're pulling out the insulation. Oops, so it's a bit too loud. Turn that down. There we go. No, Spony, I can't give you any news. I was hoping to get a bungalow moving out of this dingy little flat, but I found it in July. Negotiations continued, did not go well. I had some surveys performed and they did go well. Some damages were found on the bungalow, but none of them were particularly insurmountable. But what has been a problem is the negotiations. The seller is extremely stubborn. Initially, I was neutral, but now I'm actually quite hostile to them. They are very, very stubborn. Sorry for a sweeping generalization. I think they're not elderly, but they're older. So they seem to be ignoring stuff that is not ignorable. They're like, oh no, that's not a problem. It's fine. I'm like, no, there is a fucking problem. What do you mean it's not a problem? That's not a, oh, the walls are slightly like the wrong shade. You haven't followed building regulations. Why? Oh, you know, they just built it. Yeah, fuck. Let's not whinge. There's a reason why building regulations exist in this particular regard, you know? Ah, dearie me. It's like someone not putting in a fire escape and then being like, it's fine, there's no problem. Fucking idiot. So the first thing I've got to do when I move into this bungalow is bring in a structural engineer and say, how do I fix this? The builder was an idiot. Anyway. Sorry, I'll just say it outright. So what's happened is they built a driveway and they haven't followed building regulations and they've argued that they don't need to because it's a driveway. Which is true, apparently, I'm told. You don't need a building regulation certificate if it's a driveway modification. What they didn't mention is that they built the driveway on a retaining wall. So a type of wall that holds up a slope. So it both holds live load of a vehicle and lateral load of the road above it, like the slope above it. There are a shit ton of building regulations to do with retaining walls. And they haven't followed them. Anyway. Am I interested in playing Lethal Company with ZF Max? Max Finn? I'm afraid not. Lethal Company is not my type of game. I'm not really into cooperative indie horrors. Mango says, you had the same with your apartment. The guy said the gas heater is checked and fine. Yesterday I had the pleasure to get a premium air with oxygen mask? Fuck. Do you actually own the land in the UK, or is it just leased from the Crown? Yes, you own the land in the UK. Yes, you do. So technically, there are two different types, as has been explained to me. There's freehold, which is where you literally own the land. There is a what is it? Does the deed go to you? You physically get it and it's yours. And then there's leasehold, where someone else owns the land and you just own the ability to do stuff on it. But those leases tend to be very, very long, like I don't know, 150 years or something. But so yeah, a leaseholder, if you hold the lease. Sorry, no, I might misspeak. Basically, you can't do whatever you want on the land. Also, even if you're a freeholder, there are restrictions. For example, freeholders might have you can't keep chickens, for example. Maybe some farmer sold the land like 200 years ago, and he doesn't want competition. So he's put in a thing. I can't remember what it's called. There's like a declaration that no one is allowed to keep chickens on that property for however many decades. I'm sure there's an estate agent in the chat who is wincing at my description. Hello, Lulu. What's up, girl? Hello. Ooh. Covenant? Is that what it's called? Yeah. Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog? Oh yes, Grumpy. Yeah. I've no doubt that with sufficient petitioning, one could get those old stipulations changed. But my point is that no, the Crown doesn't own all land, and you just lease it off them. Apparently, the Crown does own some land, as in literally. Well, Laser, I don't really earn any money off the YouTube channel, so I don't. I presume I'm one of the rarer type of YouTubers who doesn't do advertising and sponsorship. Unfortunately, you're not going to get any coherent or sensible or even satisfying argument from me. I just hate it. I've always loathed advertising. So I just couldn't. I made the switch to becoming a full-time YouTuber, and I simply couldn't. I couldn't make this. I did actually. I remember. I did actually sign up for an AdSense. Sorry, did I start the process of getting an AdSense account? But I never followed through with it.
When planning for my recent trip
fuck off.
Riviera,
He says, and then a fucking ad appears. Fuck me. I fucking hate these things. Hang on. Give me the full fucking album. Just play it locally on my PC. Do I have Solar Fields? Yeah, I bought this one. Fuck's sake. Having to listen to adverts to stuff that I've bought. Right. But yes, so as a result, I'm entirely crowdfunded. So yeah. It does have its perks though. A video could have 5 views or 5 million. Functionally, it's no different. Which does mean that I don't feel the pressure to, oh my god, this has to get views, you know? Like, granted, I'm working on Divinity. I know that some people like Divinity, but lots of people don't. So I'm not expecting a huge surge of people watching it, but I'm hoping at least the people that do watch it will enjoy it. And also, the other advantage is that because I'm crowdfunded, I have a much smaller pool of people to keep happy and also get feedback from. YouTube is a bit of a monolith, and the comments on them are... It's like walking through a fucking sandstorm of whispers. But a small group of people, crowdfunders, telling you exactly what works and what doesn't. Oh, sorry. Oh. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Can't just mute. Hang on, where's the mute? Sorry, this cough is healing very slowly. What's happening is that it's tickling my throat when I talk, so then I go into a weird coughing fit. Hopefully it should go away in the next few days, because this sucks. Yes. Thank you for saying so, Chinesium. Cool. Hope you're enjoying Kerbal. No, not yet, Amy and T. It's healing slowly. You can probably tell I'm getting better day by day. Oh, blimey. He says, hang on a minute. Bloody hell. Oh dear. I might have to wrap this up if my voice has gone too tickly. What's the name of the music? This is Solar Fields' Origin album. It's good. What else is going on? So yes, trying to finish this Divinity bullshittery. No, not really, Quanta. If you'll forgive me, I don't really look into games too much. Talk is cheap. I prefer a game to come out and then do well, and then I'll hear about it then. It's all well and good, a game announcing itself, but it's got to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. But yeah. You too, Mad John. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you, Waffle CSS. Thank you very much, Waffle. Right. Had a cough for 3 weeks, says Disco Stowe. Yeah. Ah, dear. You alright, honey bunny? What's a hot toddy, Pillar? I've never had a hot toddy. No, what's a hot toddy? I've never heard of it before. Hang on. Is it dirty? Hot toddy. Hot whiskey? Oh, okay. And cough syrup. No, I've not heard of it. Where's it from? In Ireland? Type of bourbon, type of whiskey, honey, lemon, cinnamon sticks. Oh, okay. I do have whiskey and lemon and honey. Could give it a go. Hi there, Panzik. You've been watching since Armor Bullshittery? Cool, glad you like it. Glad you like them. Yes, I do have quite a lot of highlights for Armor. But so I've got lots of highlights for Vietnam, so Prairie Fire. So I imagine the next Armor Bullshittery is probably going to be that. So yeah. Show chat the keyring. Oh yes. Sorry, I don't. Sorry, I've got to recover my Spotify account. I don't actually have it available, Umlaut. Sorry, I will get to doing that. He sent me a keyring thing that links with Spotify. Anyway, sorry for those joining. I'm just winding down before I go and bog off. What's the time? Oh, fuck me. It's already almost midnight. Oh, I guess I'll be going to bed very soon then. You alright, honey? Do I find any games more fun with the stream chat than alone? Oh yeah, absolutely. Many games are way better when you have an audience that you can talk to. As you can probably tell, many games like Kerbal, for example, or RimWorld or XCOM are excellent when you have an audience. Yeah. I would say the games which are probably better to play solo are games that feature heavy narrative anyway, where you don't really have to do much talking. Where you're sort of moving through an environment, listening to NPCs talk. Red Dead Redemption, for example. There's no need for an audience with that, because the NPCs are continually babbling. Thank you, Zeno Cruz. Thank you very much, Zeno. So, yeah. Hi there, Keo Vane. Sorry, Kior Vane. Hope your work is okay? Yes, Outer Wilds as well. Fuck. Outer Wilds are so good. I'm legitimately annoyed that I can't wipe my memory to play Outer Wilds again. Oh fuck, it's doing it again. You know what? I'm just going to open up the album in my fucking music folder and just play it manually, for fuck's sake. Hang on. There we go. Anyway, so yes, with Outer Wilds. If you haven't played Outer Wilds, folks, it's an extremely hard recommend. It's actually my favourite game. I recommend that you don't look up anything about it beyond listening to the following blurb. It is a space adventure game where you play as, you know, the Mudokons from Abe's Odyssey? Picture a blue version of them. Well, they are blue. But instead of cowardly, they're brave. And they are doing a space program. Outer Wilds just means outer space. That's it. So you're taking part in an alien space program to explore space. And it is amazing. The game is incredible. Very, very poignant. And if you're paying attention to it, it's a marvelous little puzzle game. Mechanically, Outer Wilds is about learning things. So it's not like you fly to a place and level up. That's not what it's doing. It's about going and learn, just pay attention. Pay close attention to what's going on around you. I actually sat down and I watched some highlights from... Not highlights. I watched the live stream when it was on my NAS. I was going through watching Echoes of the Eye just the other day when I was editing. And it actually shocked me how wrong I got so many things. I can't talk about it because it's major spoilers. But I got so many things just completely arse backwards. That I was like, wait, how did you fuck that up? The game even shows you, twice the game showed me this thing, and I, legitimately got it the wrong way round, and I was, mind blown when I was like, oh my god, that means this, and I bet the game was like, you fucking dumbass. Physically, again, without spoiling it, there's this bit where a projection, casts a shadow, let's say. And because of the way that I was standing, I looked at it and thought, oh, the light must be coming from the shadow. That's sort of stupid. It wasn't that, but it's that type of stupid. And you're like, no, you fucking idiot. The shadow is being caused by the light. But is that level of idiocy that I managed to fucking smooth brain. Ah, dear. Well, let's not go there, Duck. Just in case anyone's tempted to play it themselves. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. What's my favourite game other than Outer Wilds? So tied for the second place, Dungeon Keeper, Startopia, and Myth the Fallen Lords. Third place, Thief 2: The Metal Age. Fourth place, probably Half-Life Alyx. Probably. Should really come up with an exhaustive list at some point, shouldn't I? Sorry, Thief 2: The Metal Age Journey. That's very good. If you haven't played Thief 2, it's quite old now, but bear with it. Very good. A stealth game that focuses on evasion, not action. Where getting caught is a huge fuck up, don't get caught. In a steam, well, yeah, I guess it is a steampunky. Is that the term for it? Like steampunky? Like gear punk type medieval world. Clock punk? Yeah, like clockwork punk. Dishonored tried to sort of do a similar thing, but they leaned heavy on the like the Victorian Edwardian Industrial Revolution thing. No, I've heard about it though. Anim Dalf. Have I looked into Star Sector? No, not really, Barbo. Yes, Thief 3 is also good. Didn't quite reach the heights of Thief 2, I thought. Well, game dev, if you'll forgive me, there's not really a huge amount to say about ZF. We are just a bunch of guys that bumped into each other during the DayZ days, and since then, obviously, DayZ's collapsed, and we sort of float around, really. So our game tastes drastically differ. So some people will play over here, some people will play over there. Yeah. When something that meets all of our tastes comes together, we tend to find ourselves in the same play. But really, we're just a Steam group. Yes, I have, Phoenix. Any interest in Cyberpunk, Robin? No, not really. No, not really. I don't think that's my type of game, really. Is it? I guess chat would know more than me. More about Cyberpunk. Oh, the dog's farted. Oof. Not so sure that's my style of game, is it? Yeah, like RPG with driving segments, GTA style, is that correct? With a sort of Deus Ex Cyberpunk aesthetic? Thank you, Dragon. Oh, pardon me. Riot Soul Dragon? Could always just try it. Yeah, I could, LeMay, but if you'll forgive me, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to risk feigning enthusiasm. I'd rather just play things that I know that I'm going to like, you know? It doesn't always happen that way. I have legitimately just stopped streaming a game if I didn't enjoy it. If I really didn't enjoy it, then mid-stream, I'm just like, this is rubbish. And just stop playing immediately. Yeah. Yes, I do have Oxygen Not Included, Wolfenstorm. Yeah, definitely Soup. I'm definitely getting tired. Thank you, Ericna. Yeah, so far so good, Xylins. I listened to The Shadow over Innsmouth. Oh yeah, that's something I could do before bed. I was listening to an audiobook on the Mountains of Madness, another Lovecraftian story. In fact, I'll plug it once more, just because it's something fun to watch if people want to. Hang on. Has anyone here not heard or read Shadow over Innsmouth? The Lovecraft story? Hang on. I have not. Yeah, have a look at this. So if you're interested in looking at something, my voice is failing, so probably soon. Hang on. Is this it? So this is a story by Lovecraft back in like 1938 or something. And this is a BBC audiobook documentary which they had one of their actors read. Richard Coyle, a British actor. Hang on. So yes, The Shadow over Innsmouth. So not going into spoilers for it, but essentially it's about a guy who goes to explore a fishing village. He's a curious tourist and he goes to explore a fishing village which is fucking creepy. And as he explores more and more of it, he realizes that there's something really, really, really fucked up going on in this village. And yeah, it's cool. It's a cool story. Right. It's all, well, obviously it's Lovecraftian. It's all like, well, Lovecraftian horror. Right. Cosmic horror, yes, indeed. So cosmic horror being, holy shit, it's not merely a monster. It's something that's so alien to us we have no way of comprehending it. Right, I'll probably leave it there if that's all right. My throat is getting quite scratched up. I can feel that I've clearly taxed it a bit too much. But once again, thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for your thank you for your continued support. It's very kind of you. So I'm trying to get Divinity Bullshittery out of the door for you, but very soon I'm going to start putting up some polls for the next Bullshittery. So, if you're a Twitch subscriber, there's a Discord group below. I'll put the polls in there at some point, and you can vote and tell me what you would like me to work on next, and I will do my level best to accommodate. Thank you, Game Dev Alien. That's very kind of you, sir. Thank you for the tier 2. That's extremely good. Tier 2 for 24 months. That's extremely kind of you, Game Dev. Thank you for your generosity. And before that, Ericna and Dragon and Xeno and Waffle. Thank you, folks. Right, so this weekend I'm going to try and do as much editing as I can to get this thing polished. Yes, need to try and get this video done. Nevertheless, it's going to need at least another week of work. So yeah, please bear with me. Right. Voice is dying. Thank you again. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Whatever it is you decide to do with your weekend, I hope you have a lovely one. Let me leave you in the company of... Oh, my brother's on. So, this is my knobhead brother. He's a knobhead. I'm sure he would also appreciate your company. He's currently doing some Satisfactory. Hang on. So, do wish him well. This is my brother Lamram. Have a lovely, lovely weekend, everyone.